Right, to give me more access so I can get my arm in here to undo these manifold bolts, I'm going to remove this filter. First you need to undo these 3 clips around the outside. As I said, I was going to inspect the filter anyway, so that's a good time to do it. Then pull the filter out, and whilst we have it out, let's have a look. Yeah, could really do with replacing. It's not terrible, but yeah, good idea. So then, down the bottom there, oh my god, yeah, it's I don't know if I can reach it and get that, hopefully not. There are 2 nuts, here and here, so we'll undo those. And then, depending on what the previous owner has done, this will either be bolted down or it went in the middle. So we need to keep hold of that. And I'm sorry about the light here, guys, it's just that it's extremely hot outside at the moment. And if I open my garage door to give me more light, I'll boil. Whilst I'm sure some of you wouldn't mind me being boiled, it ain't gonna happen. Now, I think he forgot the original bolt, because I'm pretty sure this is about to come off. This one's got 2 washers on it for some reason. Yep. Oh, well, you didn't forget it. The bolt appears to be missing. That's a repair I can do if the owner wants me to. Alright, and as you can see, I have disconnected this pipe. I'm going to undo this pipe, I think, and get it out of my way. And then we'll put it back on later. Don't think I have the correct size wrench in my pocket. No, that would be too easy. Alright, I'm going to get this off again. Not going to let you watch me doing it because that's kind of dumb. Alright, so here we are now. We're moving into part 2. There'll be a number of parts on this. Some super duper interesting, some really fucking boring. However, this car's a beauty. So let's get on with it. You're going to have to excuse the noise here. This is an ultrasonic cleaner, and as you can see, the carburetor is being cleaned. It'll be out in a few minutes now. I'm giving it a 30-minute clean, and this is before I take it apart. I think this is a good way to do it, and it'll clean things up nicely. Then we will take it apart, see what else or what attention it really needs. And those buggers are big carburettors too. So, not much longer to go on that. And just in case you're aware, well, wondering, sorry, not aware, this is what I'm using. CLR. It works very good on aluminium or even aluminum, depending on what part of the country you're on. Okay, just wanted to show you that before I moved on to taking it apart. As previously mentioned, I wasn't happy with these overflow pipes. Looks as if someone cut them off with a pair of pliers or something. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of them being this short, but I'm sure the customer doesn't want to spend a fortune on getting these pipes as they should be. So my intention will be to cut them correctly with a special tool that I have. Also, it would appear that these, it's hard to tell, as if they've been, as if the carburetors have been blasted in some kind of way. The texture is kind of rough. However, I'm not restoring these carburetors. If I was, then I'd be polishing them and doing a lot more work. And I'm sorry to say, but a lot more work means a lot more money, and that's not what the customer is going for. The customer wants these rebuilt so that the car runs better, and that is the road I am taking. It would be lovely to restore this E-Type fully, but that's not the plan at the moment. The plan is let's get this baby running. Now, I have a single carburetor here. I am going to do one carburetor at a time and make them as best as I can, replacing all the seals, the throttle. Oh my god, my brain cell is dying. I'm going to call it the throttle flap for the moment, and that's not what it is. However, you're going to have to live with that. I'm going to replace the throttle shaft as well, and all of this I will be resetting. Some of this I can reset statically. The rest has to be reset once the carburetor is on the vehicle. As you can see, the float is stuck. Hard to get it to come down. Oh, it's coming. It shouldn't be that difficult. There is obviously a lot of crap in there that I'm going to have to clean. Oh, the joy, the joy, the joy. So, next is to start ripping this motherfucker apart. Once I've got it apart, and in fact I'll probably film me taking it apart so that you guys can have a good laugh. And these screws seem to have been somewhat buggered. That's a shame. And I don't believe I've ever seen these holes tapped. I find it hard to believe, because as far as I'm aware you just use these two. I'm going to have to double check on that. You know, memory fails me. I could be wrong, maybe 4, but I don't ever recall these being tapped. But I could be wrong. As the orthopedic said, I'm willing to stand corrected. That's a joke. Jeez. No, I'm not politically correct. I say all sorts of things, and I won't even say the word that I like to say, because people get upset instead of prefacing it, which is pathetic. I don't like political correctness. It causes more problems. I have some really good friends, and skins of various colours, and when you're an asshole, you're an asshole, no matter what skin colour you have. Alright, that's it for the moment on this particular section. There will be more to follow, and I know you're going to get all squirty and excited and sweaty and juice all over the place. And if not, then why the hell are you watching my channel? To start the dismantling of the first carburetor. I'm going to do them individually, that way I don't make any mistakes, I don't get parts crossed, lost, chucked and fucked. Alright, this one has the nice little brass top. It's been done up with a bloody wrench by the feel of it, gosh. And what's ironic is I did that up last time when I put the oil in. So we take that out. Now we grab a trusty thrusty screwdriver and get this top off. There's that Russian again. And these are 2-inch carburetors. And do note, I'm not actually restoring these. If I was, I would be polishing them. But all we're doing for this particular customer is rebuilding them, making them function properly. That's the theory, and that's the theory that is mine, as Monty Python would say. Hey, I got a joke for all you English people watching. I doubt many Americans will understand this one. Guess what? I just bought myself a new car. It's called the Ford Pubic. Yes, it's made out of old Corsairs. English will understand that. Okay, there we go. What is disappointing is that in the kit they don't give you new springs. Very disappointed in that. Let's have a look at... Oh dear, that is stuck. Gosh. Whoa. That's not right. Oh, no wonder this guy was having trouble. Wow. Oh, that was so stuck. Oh gosh, there's so much crap on there. Oh my God. That is terrible. Whew. I'm gonna certainly give that a good clean up before we put that back together. Let's take this off. And this nut here, I don't know what size it's really meant to be. I got a 14mm that fits it, but it doesn't fit it perfectly. I didn't find an English size that worked. So let's see what we got here. And you see what I mean about these ends being chewed up. They should never be like that. In fact, that one's half clogged. I'm going to trim this off properly. I don't think the customer wants to spend the money on replacing them. Oh good God, look at the state of this in here. Oh dear, that is as rusty as hell. That is definitely not going to be good. Oh Jesus. This float is, geez, that has had one hell of a battering. I wonder if that float does float. I hear something rattling, but that just could be the solder. I don't know if you can see in there. Look at the state of that. That is disgusting. Ugh. Does the lifting pin work? Oh, geez. Hardly. All right, let's keep dismantling. Why is it whenever I'm videoing, people start to text me? I'm just so popular. Oh my God, I'm just so wonderful. Oh, you believe that? You will believe anything. Trying to keep all these things pretty much together. Oh my God. I'm sorry guys, this is in bad shape. Wow. Look at this crap. Alright, let's undo the next thing. Oh, the screwdriver died. Look at that. Oh, gee. Excuse me. I've said this before, as I'm sure you're probably sick of hearing. I'm in Arizona. I turned my fan off because it interferes with the video recording, but now I'm sweating like a piggy wiggy. Okay. Next. Let's do this one here. I have to try and clean these up somehow, and I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do. These all need a damn good polishing so that they move. This is lock solid, and it shouldn't be. This doesn't even move. It's ridiculous. Okay, so well, let's flip it over and undo these screws and see why this thing is locked. this thing was running like a pig. Yes, I'm the piggy wiggy. Wow. So how much are we betting on damaged diaphragms? Never go to bed with a woman who's got a damaged diaphragm. You end up being a daddy. Ooh, the spring still works. I'll give it that. That is locked solid. It will not come out. Oh. Wow. Finally. Wow. Yeah. See that? There's a split in it. If you can see that, let me try and hold it up a little closer. See the split there? No wonder this. Sorry, I keep saying that. No wonder it's running like a pig. Gosh, I got some cleanup to do here too. Look at the state of that. Wow. All right. Next thing to do is to get this apart. Yeah. I gotta take that out, then I could take that off. So let me try that. Oh, hang on a second. I can't get to those screws. Maybe I can with the long nose pliers. Give me 1 second. Now I do have new shafts and new throttle plates here. So let's see if I can just unscrew these. Okay, that one's coming out. And I believe the kit has new screws too, which it really should. If you're replacing everything, you don't really want to be putting these old screws back in. There's nothing like an old screw, I believe. I've had a few. Them good, man. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Young ones are all right, but old ones are better. They can show you a trick or two. Look at that. And you notice that there is a bevel and it's kind of there on this side and there on this side. So that's how it gets its seal. Right, next I must undo this so that I can pull the shaft out. We all like to pull our shaft out. Actually, I like to put my shaft in and then pull it out, and then put it in and then pull it out and put it... Okay, you get the idea. I'm a shafter. No, not Bobby Shafter. What do you say? What size? Oh, okay. Well, that's the 11/32. 11/32, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's off of there. Now can we pull this out? Can we, hackers? Can we? Oh my God, what happened in there? Really? Okay, doesn't matter. That doesn't want to come out. I'm going to have to get me a little old tapperoonie. Here is my little tapperoonie. The customer was told that this was rebuilt. I don't know how many miles ago. But I hate to say it, I really doubt it, and I really do not like bad-mouthing other garages, because you never know what happened. Sometimes shit happens and they do things they shouldn't, or maybe they can do the only thing that they could. Yeah, I'm really not quite sure what has happened here. I'm going to have to put this through the parts washer again, or should I say my ultrasonic cleaner. And I've got to get that clip off of there, I think. Yeah, it is. It's a little dicky. There she goes. Okay, clip off. And spring out, pin out, and there is a washer there that doesn't want to come out. Of course it doesn't want to come out, Gary. You're videoing this. And that washer holds the seal. Okay, so we've kind of broken it down now. These should be a lot cleaner than that inside. This should be a lot cleaner. So I'm going to now put this back into my ultrasonic cleaner and clean everything while it's apart. It'll get it a lot cleaner. I'll even put the float in there. We'll see if that baby leaks. I'm not going to put that, well actually no, I will put that back in, but I'm going to obviously be replacing the shaft, so I'll be putting these things back on the shaft. That, I believe, is going to be it for the moment, and just give me a second. Yeah, that can go back in, and oh my god, yeah, in fact I'm going to dismantle. I'm going to take this, oh dear, and somebody filed the pin on the end. Oh my god. Oh, look at the state of this. I mean, that'll be going back, and this I'm going to take out because really it doesn't even need to be there. And what size is that? No, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. It is. So remember that, it was 11/32. That undoes this baby, which is frozen solid. Christ. All right. Gonna sign off on this particular section. Put this stuff in the ultrasonic cleaner. Once it's out of the cleaner, then we will start the reassembly. This is kind of exciting and fun. I do enjoy doing this. I like to make, I like to get things to work properly. And this doesn't work properly, so it will by the time I've finished with it. Otherwise, there's gonna be trouble at mill. Okay. Yep, that's it for the moment, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next bit when we start to put this baby back together. Right, before we start the reassembly, I just wanted to show you the array of items that are going to be changed. This obviously is only changed on one carburettor where the vacuum attaches. We have the two main gaskets. There is a spacer to go in between, and I've asked the customer to order new ones because, as you can see, this one is totally fucked. So we're getting new ones of those that go between these two. This is an obvious one, and obviously this is the plate, proper plate, and it should slip in there nicely, and it does, and it'll be nice and purdy, and I don't have to clean up the old ones, which is a big plus for me. The shaft seals and spacers, the mixture screw spring and washer to prevent it from chewing through the rubber seal, which does actually belong with it there. This obviously, as you know, is on the overflow. These are on the banjo bolts that go onto the overflow, where the fuel comes in into the float chamber. These are for the, I believe they're for the starter carburettor, which this one I don't think, no, this has a choke, so I may not be using those two. Obviously this is for the float level, and yes, the good old diaphragm. But look, oh look, nice and springy, unlike that other piece of shit that I took off. Look at all that. Oh God, what a mess. And a nice new needle. I will be double checking that the part number is the same. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't see, I said the wrong one. And you just have to be very careful when you put this into the slide that you get this shoulder level with the base. So that's something I will actually show you what I'm going to do. There are the two screws there. They actually run over here with this. The new pin for the operates the diaphragm at the bottom. I can't think of the right words. What do you want? And the new pin that goes through on the float level. Alright, in the background you can hear the noise, which is the ultrasonic cleaner still going. I'm cleaning each carburettor 30 minutes by itself and then 1 hour when it's dismantled. This I'm hoping will get it pretty darn clean. And then if there's any residue left on any parts, then I'll clean that off before I start reassembling. Alright, I also have this off, which I'm going to give this a clean and a paint. That's one of those little jobs that I do. I don't charge the customer for it. These still have to go into the cleaner, as do these filler. And again, I will be painting these. I may even powder coat them. It depends. I'm not making promises that I'll powder coat it, but as you can see, they need a damn good clean along with that. So that will be something that will be done in the next phase. Right, let's cut you off here again, and the next thing you see will be beginning the reassembly once it's finished cleaning. Hope you're enjoying this. And as always, please like, subscribe, and ding your dong so that you know when I put another piece of shit out there. Right, these parts are now all clean. So now we need to start the assembly. This is going to be in a lot of little short bits, purely because I've got to get set up and do what I need to do. First thing we need to do is get this needle out. And you do that by undoing the screw here. And this particular needle, whoever put it in too far, and that is one thing that will affect the mixture terribly. Yeah, that was put in way too far. So let's get our nice new needle, and there is a ridge here, a little ridge. You can get your fingernail caught in it. That has to be level with the top there, and then do up the screw and pinch it up. Okay, that is absolutely perfect, even though I do say so myself. Right, so this now is ready to actually go into the body. Is the body ready? Not really. Let's put this to the side for the moment. So we know that that's good and that is done. What can we move to next? Well, the shaft does have to go in. I need to dry this off properly with an airline. So let me get that done and then we'll get the shaft in. Told you it was going to be a bit bitty, but it'll all be in one video for you guys. Right, next thing. Let's do this, shall we? A little old plunger-ungeroo. Put the dark washer on and screw that in. Real simple. Now let's do this. So this is what cuts off the flow for the float. And we get that in there. And just do this up. You just need to pinch it up. You don't want to go crazy with this. You know, you've got brass and aluminium. Pinched. There you go. And next thing to go in will be the little plungy onesie. Then you get your forky warky. Sorry. Dumb shit. Then get the pin. Now the pin has gouges on one end so that it bites in. Oops. Got to get it in the hole. As always, put some hair around it, you'll get it in the hole. There we go. Okay. I'm not impressed with the way that went in. It went in way too easy. This could be a badly damaged item, so let's try putting it in from the other direction, and hopefully it hasn't been damaged as much. Alright. And you just get a pair of pliers and just give it a pinch in. Don't go too far, because if you go past that line you're not going to be able to get the gasket on. And let's see if this gasket is any better than the previous ones that I've used. Damn it, so they've made it ridiculously tight. Guys, this is no fucking good. If I have to break it to put it on. Dear oh dear. Oh, jeez. I'm going to try something. I'm going to soak this for a little while, because if that breaks when I put it on, I'm really going to be pissed. Let me see, what do I need? I need something to put in them. Just going to soak it in water so it makes it a little more pliable. We'll leave that soaking for a little while. Really very disappointed with that. Okay, what we can do is we can put in this, which has been cleaned. This is the main filter. We need 2 washers on this, and I've cleaned this up and coated it for the customer. So just get that little washer on there, and moment I'm going to put the second washer on, and it's just to hold it in there, because obviously this won't go on until the last moment. Can't really put that on yet. Can't adjust that. I can adjust this though. So what you need to do now is you need to slide, they say a rod, it's a drill bit that everybody has, nobody has the rod really, and it's a 7/16. And what you need to do is make sure it slides in and out without a problem. Now looking at this, I can tell straight away that it's nowhere near right. So it needs to be bent down more. So you just bend it a little bit. Whoop. And get your rod back in there. It's kind of a judgment call. That to me, just a little bit off. Let me just bend it back. There you go, it's just touching in the middle. That's fine, absolutely fine, great. So that's ready now to go in with the float. The float can go in there now ready. We can put this together. So this goes on here, making sure you get the shape the right way around. Really can't make a mistake unless you're stupid. Then just get the screws, Just slip it in there. And as always, just kind of line it all up first. Do it up with your fingers. Pinch it up. Don't go crazy. Pinch it up. All right. So that's that done. What else can I do? Well, I can prepare this ready and get the washer on there, but I can't do anything with it. And you will note I have cut this end off to make it neat so that should it need to overflow, it can. That can wait there. I've just got to wait for that gasket now. So let me see, what else can I do? Not sure. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Right, next piece, let's get this on. This resides here. You get the jet through here, and let's just try and line that baby up. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And let me take that out of there for the moment. A bit of goop in there, let me clean that off. Okay, that's cleaned off now. Let's get that on there. Line it all up. Get your screws, don't forget your washers, make sure they're on there. And let's see how we do here. This is always tricky because you're going through so many pieces trying to get it lined up. Let's get another screw in. There we go. Okay, let's just gently screw those down. Just pinch them on down. And if you watch my other videos, you know I like to do the crisscross here. Tighten that one, tighten that one, and then finally this one here. And you just pinch them up, you don't go crazy. Right, so that's that done now. That's good. All right, I've got to clean this up. Give that a bit of a polish so that it slides nicely. That of course will go in there, but before I do that, I want to get the shaft in. Now, the new shaft they supply, if you try and put it in, rattles about. They give you these sleeves that I've got to press in. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that just yet. Certainly don't want to hammer them in. I think what I'm going to try and do is get a long bolt through there and a washer, and then just tighten it up to pull it in, and then do the same on the other side. They do have a little split in them so that they go in. It's going to be a tight fit, that's for sure. Well, and when you think about it, it has to be. Once they're in, and then I can get the shaft in with the new seals. But prior to that, I want to, let's see, actually I could get that in, couldn't I? Oh, no I can't, it's still being, oh, look at that, I've just realised they don't do the seal for this pin again. Berlin, what are you doing? You bloody cheapskates. And that's into the float chamber. Well, not the float chamber, sorry, that's into the chamber here, the main chamber. Damn it! Oh, where is that seal? There it is. Diddy little bloody thing. Oh, I have to see if I can find some of them. That's really poor. I'm going to have to call up my parts supplier and ask him to order me 2 more. I know he's already got 2 on order for my carbs, but oh yeah, 3 carburetors, Gary. You need to order 3 more. Damn it. Oh well, trials and tribulations, guys. This is what the fun's all about. So I've cleaned this up. A bit of paint on there by the looks of it. I'll scrape that off, and then oh dear, that's bent to buggery as well. Yeah, we'll give that a coat of paint, I think. All right, let me get that done before we continue. Right, as you saw, I soaked this in water, and now it just drops on there nicely. So I would suggest that's what you do, and then it won't break. On a previous carburetor rebuild for my car, I did break these. I didn't try this method, and I wished I had, but however, there you go. I've already set this, as you saw. This now just resides on there. We're not going to do things up tight. Why? Well, because we don't know the exact positions we want for everything. On here I have the aluminum washer, the little tag that comes with it, and underneath is that special little washer. So we just screw this down. We'll leave it there. It doesn't really matter because it's all going to change anyway, and it'll give that that seal now chance to set. All right, the next thing is this little beastie here. We got to get the spring on there. Then we put on the nice washer that pushes up against the seal. Because if you don't, that spring will just chew that seal away. And I'm really not impressed with this seal, I must admit, but there you go, that's what they supply. And then in there, get your screwdriver. Screw this puppy down. And you screw it all the way in till it bottoms out. Okay, that's bottomed out. Now you turn it back 3.5 turns. And I go half 1, half 2, half 3, half. And that's where it sits. Now the other thing you need to do is this jet in here, see, that has to be level, and it's not. So what I need to do is adjust this screw to move it. And let me see if I can do that. No, I need my thinner screwdriver, thinner. And you turn it until you fuck it up. Ooh, what happened there? I've lost it. Ooh, Houston, come on. What's going on here? Something's gone awry. Yeah. There's something has happened here that shouldn't happen. I don't like the look of this, Houston. I'm going to have to take that off to see what's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong here. Not quite sure what it is, but that has dropped way down and it shouldn't. Oh dear, I'm such an idiot. Who forgot to put the spring in? Let me put the spring in. I'll be right back. This is what I should have done. The spring goes in here. You then place this on here, making sure you line that up properly. Properly. Then you can put the screws in. I don't know who that guy was before that did this without putting the spring in, but what an idiot, eh? You just can't trust some people. That's why you watch my videos, to see the mistakes I make so you don't do the same shit. And if you do the same shit as I do, you're stupid. As in mistakes. The bits I get right, you can copy. Can't believe I did that. Which is another reason I lay everything out on the bench. So at the end of it I can look at it and go, what is this piece? Why is it not in the carburetor? We need to find out why. Someone will be shot. There we go. And again. And again. And this is one I prepared earlier. Right. So, now we can make that adjustment. What you have to do, wow, there's not much adjustment on that. Jeez. Okay, now, I know you probably can't see it. Now that is slightly proud. I'm going to show you in a second what I'm messing with here. And I'm adjusting with this screw. Right, what you have to do, I don't know if you can see it in there, see the really shiny bit in the middle and the dull brass bit around the outside? They have to be level. Now I'm doing that with finger, but I'm going to get my steel edge. Because whilst my fingers are super sensitive, the steel edge is better. I just like to look at it from different angles. And that is actually spot on. So my fingers are pretty good. Ask my wife. Tongue's good too. Alright, stop that. Naughty boy. Mustn't tell the naughty things. No, 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 no more naughty. Okay, so that's that set now. What can I do next? Can I put in... I believe I could. This is now set, so that can go in. The needle will be protected because I've got the rest of it on. The spring needs to go on. Don't forget springs, not that I ever do. And this will only go on one way, as you will find out. and that is not it. So pick it up, turn it, bring it back down, and then all 4 of the holes line up, and you can put your 4 screws in. Oh yes, you like the 4 screw. So as you can see, we're getting there pretty quickly. There are a few more fiddly bits to do, particularly the bushings for the shaft. Haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but as I think I mentioned, probably going to do it with a bolt and some washers, and kind of make a puller so that it, or a press, so that it presses it in. Don't really want to hammer it, because if I hammer it, I got a feeling that hammering it could damage it, bend it over, and if I do that, I'm screwed. You don't get any, spares. You don't get a do-over. You've got to get it right first time, otherwise you're fucked. So I have now got most of this together. This is set, that is set, this is the added little choky piece. There is really no adjustment on that, or at least not here. I do have to get this little beastie on and sort that out, which will be fun, because that belongs with this little baby, and that goes here. Oops, I think I got something in the wrong way. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Really, Gary? I swore those adjusters went there, but they can't. That's not possible. Oh, what a plonker, Rodney. Oh, I've got to spin that round.